Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you 5 different methods on improving your aim in DaHood. As someone who comes from being an Immortal on Valorant and Faceit level 10 on Counterstrike, be sure to watch to the end. Ever wondered how all these tryhards have so much DaHood cash? Well, look no further. Join DaHood store, where you can buy cheap DaHood cash with large giveaways. Even an active giveaway for a GPO knife right now. Cheap DaHood packs along with Robux for sale at $4.50 per 1,000. Even limited items. DaHood store has hundreds of vouchers and large value sales. Join today and mention SGH invited you in your ticket. Yo guys, I'm going to be doing a 250 Robux giveaway in the Discord for 250 subscribers. I appreciate you all. Join up. Alright guys, so the first method we're going to be talking about is tracking. Being able to track someone while maintaining your aim on their avatar is a huge component to aiming in this game and winning fights. Being able to track is something that doesn't come easy and takes time to learn with your muscle memory and hand-eye coordination. Along with that, finding the right sensitivity is a huge factor, which I will talk about later in the video. But being able to track someone's head, even while they're standing still, might be hard for somebody. It's a good starting point to just like go around, maybe to like even a stop sign, just practice tracking on it and just shooting it, jumping, moving around, just trying to keep your aim on the stop sign at all times. Or even make it harder and do like this light pull. Could start off walking and then add sprinting just to help your tracking. Add your jumps into it. Anything like that is going to improve your tracking. It just takes time. And again, you have to find your right sensitivity. And once you find your right sensitivity, you're able to track pretty well. You know, hit your shots no matter what you're doing. But yeah. Alright guys, so the second method we're going to talk about is movement. Movement is a huge factor in not just aiming, but winning gunfights in general. Avoiding taking damage and all that. While you're fighting, it could even let you like 1v2, 1v3 or more people if you have good enough movement. If you're fighting someone good, honestly, half the fight is movement, other half is aim. And like one huge thing I see new players do is not sprint. If you see me right now, I'm not sprinting. Like look how slow I'm moving. But if I'm sprinting, you know, I'm pretty much like double the speed. If you're not sprinting, you're pretty much just super easy to track, and it's just gonna get you killed in a fight every time. Along with that, a big thing in fights is jumping. One thing in DaHood is you can't spam jump. Like if I hold down spacebar, I jump 3 times and I'm still holding it down. Like I'm on cooldown right now and I can only jump very slowly. You gotta try and save your jumps for when you miss and you gotta reload. Because like when you reload in DaHood, look, I'm sprinting, I'm hit reload, I go so much slower. At that point, I'm super easy to hit, super easy to track. So when you reload, you gotta reload, kind of like reload with your jumps and make it hard for them to hit you. That's a huge thing in like movement and like staying alive and avoiding taking damage. The third method we're going to be talking about is predicting. Predicting is another big thing in DaHood. DaHood is a ping-based game where you have to predict is largely based on your ping. Playing on a server that's closest to you in real life is the best thing to get your ping. One way of knowing what server you're on is using Bloxstrap, which is very useful. It tells you like your server and everything like that. Bloxstrap is like something I'll talk about in another video explaining how to get like the best FPS, my font that I have, crosshair, and the cursors that I use. Predicting is like a big thing. When you're able to track and predict somebody like that, you kind of oh my god, bro. Predicting is a huge thing. Like knowing when you have to shoot to be able to hit them is a huge thing. You know, like as long as you're able to predict and like learn where you're able to you have to hit them at, it's a huge thing. It's a big learning curve, but it's something you can learn and figure out. Yeah. There's also one thing that I feel like a lot of people do not talk about is that I don't have a DB. I'll go get one right now. But one thing in this game is that there's an aiming offset. So when you are first person and you aim down the sights, your aim isn't going to be exactly where you shoot it. It's going to be a little bit to the left. It's more prominent on longer distance like this. You can see it's way to the left. Like it's not going where your crosshair is at all. And that's something you have to like learn and kind of adjust to. There's also like the offset. This goes along with like predicting. When someone's like moving to your left, like that direction, you have to kind of aim more on their body. And when they're moving to the right, that direction, you kind of aim further right, like a lot further right. The offset of where you shoot is something you'll learn with time. And like with the revolver, it's more accurate, but it's more so with the DB. Another thing is there's 2 methods to aiming. You can aim first person, which is something you kind of have to do like always when you're indoors or close quarters, or else you shoot and you're gonna aim behind you and hit behind you. Sometimes when you're third person aiming, your accuracy with your shotgun has less differential. If you see, I'm right clicking and releasing and it's in the same spot, so it's like it's a little bit more accurate when you third person aim. But again, third person aim has its downsides, because if you get your camera caught in something, like I don't know how to force it, to be honest, but like if you get your camera caught in something, your bullets will go like behind you, like I don't know, like this, they'll go behind you. But yeah, if you feel like you prefer third person aim more than first person, hey, then third person might be for you. But if you know, like first person, you just have to get used to like the offset of like aiming a little bit to the right, or like whatever, depending on where you're shooting. The fourth method I want to talk about today is just aiming in general and your sensitivity and DPI on your mouse. You want to have a low sensitivity in this game. It's very important that you have a low sensitivity, because it's gonna let you track people's avatars easier and like just better in general. My sensitivity personally is 0.06 and I use 1600 DPI. I recommend you find a sensitivity that you feel comfortable with and that you feel you're able to track people easily without overcompensating like this, or like, you know, anything like that. You want to be able to, you know, keep it inside the O on the stop sign or something like that. Once you find a sensitivity that you think is comfortable for your mouse pad size, all of that, and being able to track easy and not like overcompensating or anything like that, then you can like practice your aim from there. But it's huge that you find your sensitivity before you try and like practice on a really high sensitivity that you're not comfortable with. You want to get used to whatever sensitivity you think is most comfortable for yourself. But in general, a lower sense is just going to help you overall. Even with fights that are further away, like it's just going to be easier to track people further away with a low sense compared to a high sense that's just like, you know, all over the place. The fifth and final method is really just applying everything that I've taught you in the video and going into either Hood customs or any other random DaHood server. There's a whole bunch of different DaHood games that you can play. The ones that I prefer for aim training specifically is Hood Trainer by Feint Society. It's a simple and like effective way of training. The movement by the bot isn't the best, but it's as close as you can get for like to human movement for a bot. There's other games like this. There's a whole bunch of aim trainers and different DaHood games. There's even DaHood games that let you, you know, have infinite money and you can do whatever and just practice. But just take that time and apply it. Remember all of it. And once you know, get comfortable with that, then you can go into the real game. All right, so for the Hood Trainer, which is like my preferred game, I'm gonna show you how I set up the bot and everything like that. First thing you want to do is adjust your FOV to whatever FOV you use. I prefer to set my FOV to 81. FOV is a preference, you know, you don't want anything like zoomed in hella, but 81 is a good sweet spot. It's pretty zoomed out, but like at the same time it's you can still see things far away. But I like to add tac shotgun. You can choose any spot here, whatever you prefer, you know, it doesn't really matter. But make sure you go to the bot, turn on bot can't sprint, make sure it's on DaHoodian. You can turn on bot fight back, but I don't really like that because it makes you like stand in place a little bit before you actually can shoot the bot, and it doesn't like keep the flow up at all. But I like to, this is a game pass, but I like to turn up the health to max just to make it more realistic. But once you do that, you just click play and you're in here. You can turn on low graphics and all that. But yeah, once you're in here, you can just, you know, do whatever you need to do and just, you know, train on everything that I taught in the video. And yeah. That's all I gotta say for this video. I appreciate you guys coming out, giving me support. The last video did crazy with 1,000 views. Again, be sure to join the Discord. I'm going to be doing a 250 Robux giveaway for 250 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. Join up on the Discord. Join up. Peace.